Okay. Now, you asked about, can we come up with any good actions that were done because of religion that wouldn't be done by secularists, and you cannot, one cannot, and if one did, you would give them a prize to be announced later. I will ask for that prize in a moment. And you said, on the other hand, there are evil actions that can only be fostered by religion. I mean, that's beneath you. It's not intellectual. There are evils that have been committed that are horrific by both secularists. I don't know if Gulag came up and the communists came up and Kim Jong-il and Kim Il-sung in North Korea, who were avowed atheists, came up with less barbaric evils than any medievalist in religion. So this notion that the greatest evils or unique evils come out of religion is just historically inaccurate. I mean, there is despicable, sadistic cruelty everywhere. That's the human condition, unfortunately. Now, I will give you evidence, however, where religion has produced more good than its alternative. And I asked this of two secular professors, Pearl and Sam Oliner, O-L-I-N-E-R, teachers at Humboldt State, California State at Humboldt. And they wrote a book on altruism. There are not many books on altruism. There are 10 billion books on evil, almost none on altruism, which is too bad. And I asked them, they specifically studied rescuers of Jews during the Holocaust. And I said this, and I have it on tape. You have devoted your lives to studying altruism. You are secular.
Mr. Prager, this would be a time to continue with the questioning of
Okay, so this is my final statement to Kiristoferhitchins. You are secular. If you could, knowing everything you know now, you are a Jew in the Holocaust, and you can knock on the door of a secular doctor. No, I didn't even say secular. A doctor, a lawyer, or a priest or a nun behind the third door. Which would you knock on in the hope that they would risk their lives to save you? And they said, without question, the priest or nun.
Thank you.
There's nothing hypothetical about the last question I was asked when it finally came to a question, because it was the fate of many Jewish people in Europe to have to wonder to whom they could turn in their time of extremity. And I'll tell you the place they didn't turn, which was to the churches that had made the official concordat with Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini. The churches that had told their parties to vote for him in the Reichstag, the church that had told, especially the Catholic Church, that had told its bishops to celebrate Adolf Hitler's birthday every year from the pulpit, which they did till April 1945, which had preached the anti-Semitism on which the Nazi Party based itself, which in many cases violated the seal of the confessional to turn over resistors, and in all cases turned over the birth records of the parishes of Bavaria and the rest of Germany, so that the Nuremberg laws could be enforced and everyone with even a particle of Jewish blood could be identified, set aside for deportation and persecution. Anyone who doesn't know this doesn't know anything about it. Not only that, not one person was excommunicated or threatened with excommunication by the church for taking part in the final solution. Paul Johnson, a Roman Catholic historian, estimates that 40 to 50% of the Waffen-SS were confessing, communicating Roman Catholics. Not one of them was ever threatened with the smallest punishment for what they did or were doing.
Thank you.
No, let's give up. It doesn't mean that there's no relationship between Christianity and morality in this dark hour. Joseph Goebbels was expelled, was excommunicated from the Roman Catholic Church. He was. Why? Do you know why? For marrying a Protestant. Magda Goebbels was a Protestant and a divorcee. Joseph Goebbels had the sacraments withdrawn from him. That's the only case I know of a Nazi being threatened with discipline by the Roman Catholic Church. To dare to ask me that question in that tone of voice in this audience, I think shows something really like moral irresponsibility. But that's my reply, and that's the short version. Okay, try me on this again, and on the relationship between faith and totalitarianism, and I have a lot more for you. Okay, so just keep trying.